Hey there! Today I'll have a look at another fascinating pen, and the pen is by Pelikan, and this is a nice one. What we have here, I'm opening the box, is an M101N. It's one of the smaller models, but this was a pretty neat one. I'm disassembling the box. There is there's always a nice, there's the guarantee, the warranty booklet, and then there is a user guide. I'm just reassembling this. Not too long ago I reviewed the M101 Red Tortoiseshell. This is the brown tortoiseshell. It's a small pen. It has a, I think, very nice finish, and what I prefer about this one as in regard to the red tortoiseshell is these brown ends. I thought the red was a little too bright. Based on a vintage design, I'm going to cover the parts of the pen, tell what I like about it, what I don't like about it, then I'll do a writing sample. Alright, let's start at the very top of the cap. Finial. I don't think you can really see this. This is not one of the gold filled finials that Pelikan does, but there is a Pelikan mother with a little baby. Cap, barrel, really pretty material. I really like that. It's almost pearlescent, really nice. Then you have the piston turning knob at the end, nothing fancy there. And you have, of course, these gold highlights with the clip. Interestingly enough, this is not the very typical Pelikan bill clip. And right above the clip it says Pelikan. Pen unscrews. It does post, which is a good thing because it's a fairly small pen. It doesn't post very deeply though. I'll come back to that in a second. And then you have this really nice green ink window. Now it's pretty full of ink right now, so I'm not sure how well you can see this, but all of this is ink window, which is pretty neat. Section has the same color as the piston turning knob and the end of the cap. I like that consistency. And then you have a solid gold 14K nib, in this case broad. Alright, that's past the pen. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Well, it's a special model. It's no longer produced anymore. And I think the material works very well. As I said, very, very nice finish with a lot of depth to it. Very nice nib, very pleasant, very smooth, and being Pelikan, it has a little bit of spring to it. I would not, this is not even semi-flex, but it has little bit of spring to it. Very nice. Also an amount of feedback that I enjoyed. I like that. The pen for me is definitely small. It's on the small side, a little skinny. Something I don't really like is these threads. I find them a little bit sharp, and given that the section is so small for me, I cannot not notice those threads. Because it is so small, it almost falls into my hand. I like that you can post it, but as I said, it doesn't post very deeply, so the cap sticks out quite far. I think this would pose a little bit more deeply, something like this, and you would have a very nicely balanced pen. In all, very well made. A light pen, a nice pen, a pen that is well balanced, writes very well, and being a piston filler for such a small pen, it actually holds a very decent amount of ink. So there's that. Couple of measurements. In total it weighs 16 grams, 6 for the cap, 10 grams for the body. The capped length is 122.7 millimeters, 4.83 inches. Uncapped is 116.2, 4.57 inches. Posted 154.8 millimeters, 6.10 inches. Barrel diameter is 10.4 to 11.4 millimeters, that's 0.41 to 0.44 inches. And the section diameter is 4.1 to 9.8 millimeters, and that's 0.35 to 0.38 inches. Nice pen. What we need to do now is see it in action. I hope this was useful so far. I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye. Alright, so here we go with the Pelikan M101N Tortoiseshell with a broad nib, and the ink is Akkerman Bekakt Haags. Alright, writing. Smooth, pleasant, and definitely broad. A nice, wet, rich flow, which I really appreciate. Let's do some fast writing, see how well the feed keeps up. No problems, no skips, very nice. Wetness, well, as I said, a nice wet nib. It's definitely a very wet nib. Line variation, it is a gold nib, and it definitely has spring to it, making for a very nice dynamic nib. For those of you who enjoy it, reverse writing, as you can see, it's possible. It runs dry on the dry side, but you would go from broad to extra fine. But as you can see, there is some skipping there. This is not a nib with which this reversing works very well. So, there you have it. Nice special edition Pelikan. I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.